Hello everybody, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City live stream. We're going to be doing the away match against Chelsea in the Premier League. Just before we crack on with everything there is to talk about before the game, just making sure that everyone can see me, everyone can hear me, the audio's okay, the visuals are okay. Just let me know in the live chat we're all good, ready to go, everyone can hear me, ready for the live stream. Hello there to people that's already tuned in. I mean, we're already on 14 likes. That's crazy. So, Wonder Kid, Tom Robert Shaw, Kieran Walsh, Brittany Kalari, and Brandon Dunmore. Hello everybody. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. No one's telling me that they can't, so I'm going to presume that they can. So we're going to crack on with what there is to talk about. Of course, this game is going to be overshadowed by the fact that if Manchester City do not win this game, Liverpool become Premier League champions, and so it's important now that Manchester City try and delay this for as long as possible. And I say this because it doesn't really affect us, but we've got records. We broke many records back in the 17-18 season, so I'm hoping to keep hold of some of them records. One of them records that we hold is for winning the Premier League at the earliest occasion in terms of the games remaining, and we won it with 5 games remaining. And so if Manchester City don't win here, Liverpool end up breaking that record. So we need to beat Chelsea tonight and then beat Liverpool next Thursday as well. So it's absolutely mesmerising, the records that can be broken in such a short period of time. But yeah, that's what's riding on this game, and so I imagine there's going to be a lot of people that are interested in this game, in particular Chelsea, because they're chasing Champions League football, and of course Liverpool chasing potentially winning the Premier League title for the first time, and they can do that this evening. So that's what's riding on the game. For Manchester City, well, spoilers really. I mean, Pep said it before. What Manchester City, the most important fixture we've got coming up is that match on Sunday against Newcastle. We've got the FA Cup, so that's what Manchester City's focus will be. But I imagine City will want to carry on keeping up their momentum. I mean, there is a reason that we played so well and have been competing for wins over the last couple of games. They want to keep that momentum going, right, not just for this game, but for the rest of the season as well. Some more people tuning in. Good, Mr. Super Sid, that you can hear me. Fantastic. Back home. Tom Robert Shaw, keep up the good vids. Thank you very much. Hello there, Chris Lindley. How are you? Hello to official Davey, Matthew Hogg. Man City can still win the treble. They certainly can. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and also the Champions League too. Love the channel, cheering them on from Canada. Absolutely fantastic. Love that, Pete. Hello, welcome to you. Hope you're having a fantastic afternoon. I'm sure it is over there. It is evening over here. And so, preview time. Manchester City, wondering if they were going to go with a weaker squad, if they're going to go with a stronger squad. Been flirting with potentially playing some of the kids. There we go. But we're going with Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker at right back, Benjamin Mendy at left back, Laporte and Fernandinho sitting in at centre back. Gone with Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling. So it's more like a little bit of a free-for-all up top, but who wants to start up top? My feeling personally is it's probably going to be Raheem Sterling, but of course we can have Bernardo Silva play there. De Bruyne may well be playing in that more attacking, advanced role in this game. I'm not too sure. It could be Gundogan too. He's apparently could play false 9. Yeah, it's mesmerising. We've got Jesus on the bench instead, so I'm presuming he might be getting rested perhaps for that game against Newcastle. I do not know. But yeah, Manchester City with the squad on the bench, really interesting. So once again, Claudio Bravo isn't in the Manchester City squad. His contract is up past June 30th. I've not been alerted that has been extended at this moment in time. So we've gone with Carson instead. He's playing on the bench. We've got Jesus, Zinchenko, Leroy Sane, David Silva, Nicolas Otamendi all making up the bench, along with 3 young players, Tommy Doyle, Harwood Bellis and also Palmer as well. So there we go. Interesting from Manchester City. So we're just going to have a quick look now at our oppositions, Chelsea, and how they're lining up for the game. So Chelsea's gone with Kepa in goal, that's no surprise. Azpilicueta, Alonso on the right and left respectively. Rudiger and Christensen at centre-back. Kante, Mason Mount, Ross Barkley, Willian, Pulisic and Giroud. On the bench we've got former Manchester City man Willy Caballero, Kurt Zouma, James, Jorginho, Gilmour, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, Pedro and Tammy Abraham. A strong bench that from Chelsea. I'd have thought they'd have gone with pace, try and put some balls over the top, try and put Manchester City under pressure because we're going to be playing that high line. Going with Giroud instead, not too sure, but key men here obviously. Mason Mount's going to be quick in the middle, but Willian and Pulisic are players that are going to try and cause us problems out wide, so we need to try and just keep on top of them, and hopefully then we can come out with the 3 points. In terms of a score prediction, I think this is going to be a low scoring game. I think there's going to be lots of second ball battles here to be won. If City can show their clinical touch that we've shown against Burnley and against Arsenal, I'm confident that we can come out with the 3 points. I'm going to go for a narrow 2-1 victory to Manchester City. Let me know your thoughts of that in the live chat. What is your score prediction for this game? So let's have a quick look at the chat. What's people saying? So no Phil Foden, he's picked up a knock, that's why he's not playing. He's picked up I think it's a knee injury, nothing too serious, but he isn't in the squad for this game. I'm not too sure if he'll be there against Newcastle at the weekend. Fingers crossed though that he will be, and we'll have him good and ready to go. What's the odds on Manchester City winning the Champions League? They're one of the favourites. We've got a great chance at knocking out Real Madrid, and so any team that's capable of knocking out Real Madrid have to be taken seriously in the Champions League. But there's lots of quality sides. I mean, once you get to talking the quarterfinals of the Champions League, you're not there by fluke. It's a difficult competition to win, taking everybody seriously, so that's what we've got to be looking at instead. Did I see the Milan Skriniar got a red card? No, I've not been paying much attention to the Italian leagues, I'm afraid, so I've not seen it, but there we go. Official Davy City need to win this game, presuming they're wanting to stop Liverpool there. 2-1 win for Manchester City. Thanks to Malia Doctor for commenting that. Pete saying I'm going 1-0 to Manchester City today. There we go. Tony Sidlow, my dad, commenting as well. Hi Jay, all okay, all fantastic at my end. How is everything at your end there? Phil Foden needs to be first choice. Alaba. Is that Alabama Saxons commenting? So, yeah, I'm fairly confident he will be a first-choice player at Manchester City for next season. Just go through the comments. Is there anyone else that I've missed? Would I take Lewis Dunk, YK? As long as we sign another centre-back, I've not got too much of a problem. And am I any good at football? No. I prefer just talking about it rather than playing it. There we go. Matthew Hogg, 2-0 to Manchester City. Love that. I think there's nothing better than keeping a clean sheet, a solid 2-0 victory. That would do me just fine. And Dad, you're fantastic. That's good to hear. I'm enjoying that. It's warm, so if there's any background noise being picked up from outside, I do apologise. I can't sit here and struggle in the heat. I've had to open up the window, so if it's picking up background noise, I do apologise for that. Should get Ake, he's an interesting player to go for. We'll see who City end up signing in the transfer window. 1-0 to Manchester City, Dad thinks. I'd take that, 1-0 victory all day long. 3-1 to Manchester City, says Ty MCFC. Oh, yeah, everyone going for Manchester City wins here. It means we're going to be in for an interesting game, shall we say, next Thursday against Liverpool, if that is the case. Of course, City, if we lose this game or draw this game, we're more than likely going to be giving Liverpool a guard of honour, because I can't imagine Pep being the type of guy that's going to be bitter enough to say that I'm not going to give them a guard of honour, which other clubs would. Remember United saying that a couple of seasons back when City won, and they won the title, saying that if they'd won it before we'd played United, they wouldn't give us a guard of honour. Well, I imagine Pep's got a little bit more class about him for that one, so if we can win this game, we don't have to give Liverpool a guard of honour, but we face the dreaded losing our Premier League trophy at the Etihad Stadium to the team that's going to be taking it off us in Liverpool, and so extra motivation there. But I'm sure it'll be a fantastic game, lots riding on it too. And that Man City game next Thursday against Liverpool, if you're not aware, has been given the go-ahead to be played at the Etihad Stadium. Take the roof off. I think that'd be a good idea. I'd probably burn the sun still shining, so I'd have to get the sun cream there. 2-0. I'm sure that's to Manchester City. That's a good score prediction. Sterling first goal scorer. I'm going to go for Bernardo Silva as my first goal scorer. Lewis Dunk, Harry Maguire. Asked me that last season, I'd probably say Harry Maguire, but since he's joined United, I'll go for Lewis Dunk. Chelsea might park the bus first half. Frank Lampard's not the type of manager to be parking the bus, so it'll be interesting to see what his approach is here. I'm sure he'll want to attack and hurt Manchester City. He'll want to get the first goal. goal, so they'll be looking for the first 25-30 minutes or so to be putting City under some kind of pressure. 6-1 to Manchester City. Wow, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Bernardo Silva with a hat-trick. That would be absolutely brilliant. There we go. We're running just 5 minutes before kickoff. We've got the timer up. I'm going to be resetting that, of course, when kickoff does go. I'm just letting it run and ride and testing everything, making sure everything's alright before the game. A Gundogan penalty and a Riyad Mahrez with the second. Reckon Gundogan will be on the penalties. De Bruyne starting, I reckon he might be on the penalties. But there we go. Oh, it's just a countdown. It's going to be counting down from kickoff, so when first half starts, you've got an idea of where I'm up to with the stream and stuff like that. Would I take Insigne from Napoli? I think he's a very good player. I imagine that City. I'm not too sure. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he'd suit us, if I'm honest. I feel like there'd probably be younger, quicker, or more technical players that City might look for, if I'm completely honest. 2-0 to Manchester City. Would love that. Every day of the week there. So that's a score prediction coming in from Essie Gabriel. Is that how I say your name? I apologise. I butcher names. Sorry, I'm bad at this. And official Davey also going for 2-0 Manchester City. I'll take that every day of the week, if I'm completely honest. 2-0 City would be great. If Chelsea come out looking for a goal, they'll get punished. I don't think they'll come out all guns blazing. I think that they'll just be trying to just keep things nice and quick. Love your analysis videos, mate. Thank you. Good day. Hope you're having a good day. That's absolutely brilliant. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. That is always what I'm looking for. Glad people are enjoying the input that I am providing them. So that is good to hear. So, got a drink in hand and everything. Waiting just now for kick-off, which is just now 4 minutes away. If you've not got yourself anything to eat or drink or doing anything that you can relax, I'd say now's a good time to go and do that just before the game is about to kick off. I've also got some strawberries too, just to keep me ticking over. Do I rate Steven De Vrij from Inter Milan defender? I'll be honest, I don't watch too much Italian football, so I can't comment on how good some of their players are. The only time I get to really watch any Italian football is when they're competing in the Champions League, so I've not seen too much. Obviously, with City playing Atalanta a couple of times in the group stage, I've had a good chance to watch them this season. So I can comment on some of their players, but Inter, I've not really watched them, so I can't comment on them too much. So yeah, I'm afraid I don't know. Perhaps people can enlighten me more. Players are coming out now. That's good to see. Ready for and waiting for kickoff. It'll be a good match. The Knights, a good comment there for next season. Ziyech and Werner playing. Chelsea are going to be a force to be reckoned with, is what I will say. I have gum. Is that good? It certainly is. Yeah. Whatever. You don't have to go and get anything to eat and drink if you don't want to. Yeah, just keep yourself occupied in that. Just before the game goes, I like to have something just to keep me hydrated. It's the warm weather that's doing it. That's why I've got something just here to eat, keep me nice and refreshed. I mean, it's going to be a 2+ hour stream. At the moment in the UK, we're not used to heat waves, so it's what 28, 29 degrees it's been today. Yeah, that's how I help myself to cope. Do I think Pep favours Diaz as a centre-back over others? I'm not sure. He's a younger player, so I can imagine City being interested. There's lots of centre-backs we're going to get linked with over the summer, so I'm not sure. I'd like Diaz on a personal note. I think he's a good player. I think if our personal preference was for us to sign a centre-back this summer, Ruben Diaz would be one of them players that I'd be looking for. YK comments on Ederson's hair needing a haircut, like me. Looks terrible. It's just horrendous. Nothing I can do as well. I'm waiting for the hairdressers to reopen. So long hair as well, warm heat, not great. 2 o'clock. So 6 hours behind where you are in the UK. So somewhere in North America, I'm going to presume. Raining there. Wonder Kid, where's there? It's 12:45 AM. So 12:45. So that's. Where are we based then the night? I'm working out where the time zone is. That's 4.5 hours ahead. Where's everybody watching from? Yes, enlighten me. I enjoyed that in my last stream, where finding out where everybody's from. Where is everybody from and watching from? India, love it. Love it. Oh, and there's me moaning about warm heat. You'll be used to it being a lot warmer in India, I'm sure. Middlesbrough, nice up in the northeast. I think it's technically classed as Yorkshire, but always called it northeast. I have been to Middlesbrough. Not a bad place. Pulisic or Bergwijn? Probably Pulisic. I've seen Pulisic play more, so I'll go for Pulisic. South Africa, liking it. Just an hour ahead in South Africa. A couple coming in from South Africa. London as well, coming in from the capital. Love it. Right, we're set to have kick-off. We're ready to get things going in just one moment. If you're wanting to watch the game, if you're based in the UK, by the way, the game is live on BT Sport. Set to have kick-off now. It's going to be Chelsea starting off the game here. Stuart Atwell being the referee. Just waiting on the referee's whistle. All the players taking the knee again. And we're ready for kickoff. And so there we go, we've got kick-off. Premier League players taking the knee there for the Black Lives Matter movement, which has been grabbing a lot of the headlines around the world. So let's have a look at some of these comments as Chelsea have started us off and they're in possession, building up from the back. Who do I think's the most... we'll start off with Alabama Saxon. So Leroy Sane going to Bayern Munich makes him feel sick. He's a world-class player, and it's such a shame to be losing him, if I'm completely honest. And I do like Leroy Sane, and it's such a shame that it's gone the way that it has, is what I'll say. If he doesn't want to be here, he wants to leave, though. I'm happy for any player that doesn't want to be here to leave, if I'm completely honest. That's my rate. But losing class players like Leroy Sane, it makes me sad. I would like to see Leroy Sane flourish and show the world just what he's capable of, because he's a class player. So, yeah, sad situation. Most likely transfer that Manchester City can do. If they want to take it seriously, I'd probably say Husam Aouar. If they're willing to pay the €50 million to get him, they can go and get him. That could be done tomorrow if they wanted it to. City now in possession down the right-hand side. Just advancing into the Chelsea final third. Sloppy bit of possession given away in Chelsea. Regain possession. Do I rate James Ward-Prowse? I think he's a good player. I don't think he's of City's level. That's my opinion, though. MZ14490 hates BT Sports, even more biased than the BBC. I'll be honest, I find a lot of the coverage for the Premier League extremely biased. I find that they're biased towards clubs that have got fans based from all around the world that's got big, large followings. And City's is ever growing, of course, but there's clubs out there with a lot bigger that they're always going to show a bit of bias to. I mean, Sky Sports have scheduled for Liverpool to celebrate their title win for tonight. So I'm hoping we can spoil the party there, and that programme won't show until, I was going to say next week, but I want to beat Liverpool as well, and that won't be showing until, well, next weekend. That's what I'm hoping for. The night, so my dad's turned the Wi-Fi off. I'm using my brother's phone data as he is asleep right beside me. Love it. Commitment. I like that. I'm watching it on BT Sport. Would I take McQueenos? McQueenos? I don't know who McQueenos is. Bruyne just pings a ball. It's got a lot to do with Sterling to pick it up, and it's collected. So it looks like it's Sterling on the left, Mahrez on the right, and Bernardo Silva up front at the moment. Oh, the Brazilian centre-back Marquinhos. Would I take him? Thiago Silva is potentially coming available. I'd rather have I think I'd rather have Thiago Silva, if I'm honest. It's just my opinion. The rain has had an effect on the stream. I'm sorry to hear that, Wonder Kid. How are we looking for the stream and everything then? So 32 concurrent viewers, 24 likes. Crazy. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. Right, so City are pressing well here. Look like they've got a little bit of intent. Just pinging balls from left to right and right to left. De Bruyne picking it up. Mahrez and De Bruyne looking very lively. We've got Walker starting. Cancelo's out injured again. Kyle Walker's had a great season though for City, so I've got no problem with that happening. How good's Ian Poveda? Give him time, he'll settle in. He's a very good player, very technical player. There's a chance here for City. We've got a corner kick. That's good. Good build-up. Yeah, he's a very good player, Ian Poveda. Just give him some time to settle in is what I'd say. Give him a chance. Give him a run of games. You'll be able to get the best out of him. He's a very technical player. I'm sure he'll be a successful Leeds. No, I've not got any concerns about that, if I'm completely honest. Got Biel to play in a good style, similar style to what Pep likes to play, so I wouldn't imagine it'd be too much of a problem for him hitting the ground running, if I'm honest. Yeah, City are trying to get a club sorted in India. I have heard that at Mumbai City. MZ14490, so Aura, Upamecano and Sancho would be his ideal transfer window. Obviously we can get 60 million for Manchester City. Upamecano, it's a realistic transfer for City. Red Bull Leipzig currently chasing Angelino. Aura's again is a realistic transfer. Now we've got a chance here. De Bruyne down the left hand side. It pings around, has a shot, just couldn't get it out, sorted under his feet there, Bernardo Silva. So a nice easy collection there for Kepa. I'm not sure. I'd take Aura. I like the rumours of Koulibaly that's been going around today, so I would have him as well at City. I personally reckon we'll go for a left back. Not too many left backs available on the market at the moment. Obviously, one we're getting heavily linked with is Ben Chilwell. That's open for opinion. Kante's a really good player, the best defensive midfielder in the world in YK's opinion. He's a very good player, N'Golo Kante. Reminds me a lot of Fernandinho. Works hard, really hard in the midfield, and he's like an engine. That's exactly what is a key to success, in my opinion, in a successful Premier League midfield. Wonder Kid, yes, first goal is crucial. Hello, Abraham, how are you? Abraham, I'm going to presume that is. Matthew Hogg, Rodri has been very good, an important signing for City. What are my thoughts? I think he's a brilliant player, Rodri. I think he's had an outstanding season for Manchester City. Been one of my standout players, and certainly in the... I'd probably say top 5 top performances for Manchester City this season on a consistent basis throughout this season. Thoughts on the lineup? I thought Jesus might have started and gone up top, resting him possibly for that match on Sunday against Newcastle. Interesting to see a couple of, or should I say a few of the kids now on the bench. So interesting to see if any of them come on later in the game. And interesting that we've got Bernardo Silva starting up top. I imagine they're going to be rotating because Mahrez can play there and also Raheem Sterling, so there'll be a bit of rotation throughout the squad and switching positions. But all in all, it's a strong squad from City. Some were contemplating that City might be going with some of the kids. So, yeah, I think it's a good squad for City to be putting out there, and I'm hoping we can pick up the 3 points. Quickest at Manchester City. They wanted a race, didn't they? Kyle Walker reckons he was the quickest, but Leroy Sane reckons he was. Leroy Sane's had his injury, so I'm not too sure where he's at, so I'd probably go with Kyle Walker at this moment in time. Chilwell, solid defensively, but will be expensive, particularly if Leicester do get Champions League football. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, 60+ million pounds is what they'd be looking for. I mean, Chelsea apparently are willing to pay 80 million pounds, which is just astronomical, isn't it, really? Stupidly expensive considering his age for Koulibaly is my only reservation I have about him, but if we can get him on an affordable price, I would love him at Manchester City. With a European ban, we might struggle to bring in players, which is why it's important when we're targeting players, we're targeting the right players, players that want to be at Manchester City and want to play for Pep Guardiola and want to improve their all-round game is what I'd be looking for. It depends what players' motivations are. City seem quite confident that they can have this ban that's been handed to us of 2 years being overturned. It'll be interesting to see if it's a 1-year suspension, if it's going to be a suspended sentence for City, or whether CAS is going to rule in favour of City and say that actually there is no wrongdoing. Be interesting to see. I'll give all my thoughts of that though in a video when CAS puts out their verdict from that hearing that we had a few weeks ago back in the beginning to the middle parts of June. Mendy fizzes a ball across. Kepa gets a foot to it. Willian brings it away. Good pressing from City. They can win the ball back here. Calm and composed Laporte, of course, bringing the ball away. Rodri, he's doing absolutely fine in my opinion. Would I take Davis? That's the one from Bayern Munich. I don't think they'll sell. I would take him, but I don't think they'll sell. Chelsea are a very good side. I'm not taking them lightly. I think they're a fantastic side. City have to be clinical in this game. We have to play to the best of our ability, just like we did against Arsenal, just like we did against Burnley, hit the ground running, and if we put our chances away, we'll win the game. It's as simple as that. If we don't, and it's been our problem for a few games this season where we haven't done that, we haven't been clinical enough, and we get punished because there's lots of quality in the Premier League, not just in the top 6. Lots of players have a mercenary mentality. Yeah, I mean, look at Manchester United. They're more than capable of pulling in the biggest names and the biggest of players because they're willing to pay them the biggest of wages. And City could do that as their alternative if they wanted to go and pay players more. But it's not really how we've been running the business. Trying to keep things nice and tidy in the finances, not wanting to upset players and have egos popping out. And I imagine City will just be doing that. They'll just be looking for the next up-and-coming players to bring in, young players, fresh players, players that want to prove themselves, that want to win trophies, and ultimately try and win back that Premier League trophy from Liverpool next season. Or at least to challenge them and give it more of a go than what's happened this season. But Liverpool's form, it's been incredible, just how it is. I do think we should give Mendy another season. I'd like to see one more season of Benjamin Mendy, see what he's capable of, and then judge from there. He's just been so injury prone that it's been difficult to see just what he's capable of, but I'm hoping that if he can get over his injuries and give him a good run of games, he'll be able to hit back into his stride that he's capable of hitting, because he was phenomenal. He's bowled into the box, in particular when he's playing for Monaco, exceptional, so I'm hoping he can get back to that level. It's always the risk. It's always the risk when you're going out there to sign players. When you've not got that European football to offer them, that players are going to be like, well, I've got offers from other clubs who are willing to pay just as much. So City need to be careful with how they handle the situation and what players they want to bring in. That's great play here. Mendy into the box. Is he going to have a shot? He's cutting, turning, he's tackled and out for a corner there. It was a good ball across there. Mendy did well. We've got a corner here. Look, we're playing well. We're doing all right here. We're just over 11 minutes into the game now. Sane's just one of the few, but I think Sane's just homesick. And it's understandable that he wants to leave. I think he wanted to leave last season. I think deep down we knew that he wanted to leave last season, but we all pinned our hopes that he would stay because we all know how good he can be. But it's always going to happen. It is. It's always going to happen. De Bruyne puts the corner in. It's cleared easily by Kante. It's difficult for Mendy. He's a very attacking fullback. He's very similar to Angelino. He's a player like that's a great ball in. It's nodded across. That's a good collection. That was a good ball in from Kevin De Bruyne there. I'd take Ferland Mendy. I just don't think that Real Madrid will sell him. Hello there to Tadius Mukaka. Hope you're well. So we're 12 minutes in. Nothing too much to report on. City looking lively, trying to make things happen, pressing Chelsea well. Chelsea haven't really done much, but just as I speak, coming down the right-hand side here, Chelsea, Willians, can he get a ball across? He can. And he's put out for a corner to Chelsea there. Ilkay Gundogan covering his tracks to put it out for a corner. And he was onside there, Willian. Yeah, Negredo, full of quality, just homesick. Just wanted to go back home, and it is understandable. It happens. When you're signing players from lots of different countries, it's understandable that some players will miss home. And that's how it is. Corner comes in, it's cleared and then skied over on the rebound. I think that was... Is that Pulisic that put that over the bar? They've got a good, solid mentality. German philosophy. They do demand hard work. So Leroy Sane needs to work hard because Bayern Munich with him not working hard. So he needs to improve that in his game. There must be some reservations. He was dropped, of course, by by Joachim Löw in the German national team for the World Cup, wasn't he? And that was due to his attitude and willingness not to work hard. So what's going to happen there? I'm not too sure. Tadius Mukaka watching from China, 3:30 a.m. Love it. Dedication. Fantastic. Errol Legay, they show us the game. First comment of the day that we've got showing us the game. I'm sure we'll get many more. No is the answer to that one. Since he's got his injuries, he has beefed up a little bit, so he's not as loose, if you get what I mean. He doesn't come across as loose anymore. Seems very like what Micah Richards did when he picked up his injuries. He ended up hitting the gym to keep in shape, didn't he? What do I think of our worst transfer deal letting Well, we didn't let Sancho go. Sancho wanted to leave. That's a great ball from Ederson, just a little bit too much on it. We didn't want Sancho to leave. Sanchez ended up leaving because he wanted first team football. We did offer him a new contract, so that's why that happened. Brahim Diaz as well, a player that wanted to leave. It's onside, it's collected through. Is that a penalty? Referee's not giving anything there. A loose ball came forward. All the Chelsea players had their arms up for an offside. Bernardo Silva managed to control the ball. Kepa was appealing for an offside. Bernardo Silva went down, just waiting for a replay, see what happened there. I'd give up on the gum as well. But yeah, Brahim Diaz, Jadon Sancho, these are players that wanted to leave to go and prove themselves at other clubs, and that is fair enough. Jadon Sancho is a huge loss, though, definitely. I think he's in the modern era that we've had over the last 5 seasons or so, I would say Sancho has been City's biggest loss that we've had. We all knew his quality, that's why he got called up into the City first team squad along with Phil Foden. It's just he wanted to go and have first team minutes a lot quicker at Dortmund, and he's prospered because of it, so fair credit to it for that. Need Ruben Diaz. I would like Ruben Diaz. He would be my pick at centre-back that I would like City to sign. But I've got no problem with signing Kalidou Koulibaly as long as that is on a good price. With David Silva, if we keep our squad with David Silva leaving, we're perfectly fine with the homegrown player. It only becomes a problem if homegrown players leave Manchester City. So if John Stones, who apparently is available for transfer, leaves, we would then need to bring in a homegrown player or not register a player. So not too sure what City are going to do there. We'll have more of a insight into that as the summer transfer window does go on. Chelsea now in a good position here on the right hand side. Kevin De Bruyne there working hard, cutting and stopping him in track, picking up the ball, regaining possession for City. And we're back to the keeper with Ederson working it out from the back. It's a good short-term option for Manchester City for a replacement. I mean, it's one of those, like I said, like if there was available for the right price, I wouldn't have a problem with it. It's just we're talking £70+ million, which is obviously you'd want long-term investment. You want City to be signing one of the best centre-backs in the world. That's obviously a player that we can get 10+ years service out of. But if we can get him for a cheaper price, then I say, why not? Sean Wright Phillips leaving, yeah, I remember. £21 million, I think it was, to Chelsea. I was heartbroken as a kid when he left. I was. Laporte or Milan Skriniar? Laporte. I think Rafael Varane would be a good signing for Manchester City. Don't think we'll get him, like. Well, apparently Eric Garcia is going to be one of the first choice options at Manchester City next season. I find that really interesting. Him and Aymeric Laporte forming a partnership. Of course, he's had his concussion, so he can't start in this game. But perhaps going into the games against Newcastle and Liverpool, might see more of Eric Garcia. I mean, John Stones, City's got a free kick here, one moment. So the ball goes in, it's flicked on. Oh, that's a brilliant save from Kepa. Flicked on, it looked like Fernandinho that flicked it on. That's a good save, gets a good strong hand to tip it over the bar. It's a good ball in. Riyad Mahrez there, perfectly onside Fernandinho in acres of space, gets a good strong head onto it. Luckily for Chelsea, they'll be saying that it's just straight at the keeper. And so it's a good save. Fancy if that's towards the corner, Kepa might be having a few problems there. It's a well-worked set piece, that, though. Eric Garcia is a wonderful player, absolutely wonderful player. I want to see more of him. He's so calm, collective, and composed. Got everything that you would want from a centre back. I have no problem with him being in and around the City first team squad next season. In fact, I'd like to have seen it sooner, but there we go. Corner comes in. It's cleared by Chelsea. I'm going for 2-0 Manchester City. Wonder Kid wants to make a gaming channel. Doesn't matter about your age, my friend. You want to make a gaming channel, you go out there, you make that gaming channel. And do whatever pleases you. That's the greatness of YouTube. Do whatever you want. That's what I'm doing. I do think John Stone should leave on a permanent transfer. I'd be looking for roughly around 40 to 50 million pounds. Newcastle interested. We're just waiting for their takeover to go through and see what happens there. You want to watch the game? It's live on BT Sport. I certainly think a homegrown player would come in. John Stones goes. I would certainly think that City, if we hadn't signed a left back by that point, would hopefully be looking at Ben Chilwell. Would make sense anyway. I've never seen him play YK, so I can't comment on these up-and-coming prospects of these players. I've not seen them play to know how good they are. Interesting thoughts there. John Stone should go. And Otamendi. I think with the pandemic hitting, it's stopping City's transfer plans because we could have been to a point where we might not have seen either of them be City players next season. But I reckon if any do leave, it'll be one rather than two. I'm not sure if the game is on free. I mean, normally they're on paying services, is what you'll find them on. Some games are being streamed for free. I'm not too sure. It all depends on where you're from. Like I said, Wonder Kid, you want to go and make a gaming channel or any kind of YouTube channel, feel free. Go out there, make that gaming channel. That's my recommendation. That's what I did. How do I feel about the artificial crowd atmosphere? I quite like having no atmosphere and having to listen to the players and see what's happening is what I like. A long-range shot comes in from City. It's flying up in the air and headed clear by Chelsea. City, this is what I was on about before the game, pressing. The second ball is crucial. Chelsea can hurt us on the counter-attack if they're winning them second balls. So far, though, City have dealt with them relatively well. So nothing too much to report. We're just over 21 minutes in. Fernandinho had a great header, well saved with a good hand by Kepa. The only thing to report on here stays 0-0. Liverpool know that they'll be Premier League champions tonight. I hope Garcia gets more games too. It's potential that we could see Kyle Walker playing at centre-back. It's just I think Pep likes doing that if we're potentially playing 3 centre-backs rather than 2. I mean, if worst came to the worst and we had to make a makeshift centre-back, then we could. He does have potential to be a really good centre-back, though, with his pace. Well taken, surely a free kick to City. It is there. Nice little step over from Riyad Mahrez. He's a solid keeper, Kepa. Just needs to mature a little bit. Still got fresh memories of the Carabao Cup final from last season, where he refused to be substituted. Not sure what that's all about. Anyway, players are taking a little drinks break, so I'm going to take a little drinks break as well. Godin, I think he's a good player. I would take him, but I don't see him coming to City, if I'm honest. I'm hoping we'll see a couple of the young lads coming on too. And City do like altering with their tactics. I think it's important there, good comment there from Brad Turner, that losing Sane's pace would be a big blow to us. I think it's important if we're replacing him, that we replace him with someone that is quick. So that's why I've said that Leon Bailey would be one player that I'd like to see at City. Otamendi, it's not hard to be better than David Luiz at this moment in time. I reckon 3 players as well, and that's no contest there. YK, Ederson or Nick Pope. Has to be Ederson every single time. We're going to see the mic. You on about my mic? Wanting to see my mic? Just here next to me here. We could do a bit of commentary if you'd like to see. We've got a free kick here. Kevin De Bruyne standing over the ball. Looks about 45 yards. He's going to put the ball. Passes it out wide to Kyle Walker. He goes down the right-hand side. Mahrez shows him onto his left foot. Cuts inside. De Bruyne on his left foot. Has a shot. Well blocked. Kyle Walker, though, picks up the loose ball. Puts the ball into the box. It's nice and deep. Headed clear well by Chelsea. And a free kick is given. Dogs, yeah, they're in the pictures of them in the background. That's so you can hear barking as well. She's downstairs. The all-rounder gamer, Jamie. Hello. Or hello. Hello to you. I've not checked out the tweet. What does the tweet say? Malia Doctor, you're going to go and study. Enjoy your study. All depends on who's willing to pay Napoli's price as to where he'd end up, if I'm honest. If he's given the straight up choice, his agent will probably talk him into joining the club that's willing to pay the most money, if I'm honest. I'd take Kimmich. Just don't see him joining City. Never too late. No, you've not missed anything. It's still 0-0. No, they're not parking the bus here, Chelsea. It's just City are being the better side. They're asking questions, making things happen, but it's difficult for them to get into the game. But longer the game goes at 0-0 and City don't score, they'll grow into the game, and it only takes one opportunity to hurt City, and they've got quality players there that can do that. Commentate the game. I like doing it for a minute or two. I prefer interacting with everyone on the live chat and speaking with everybody. I like to just give everybody my thoughts on what's happening. It's like a big long Q&A or a podcast, which is what I enjoy. This is some good play from Chelsea though. Alonso now down on the left hand side. He's going to put a ball into the box. It's played across. It's not cleared. Ross Barkley's got a chance. It's well blocked by Fernandinho. And it goes out for a corner. That was a really good opportunity there for Chelsea. Fernandinho put himself in the right place at the right time. The ball was just cut across. Fernandinho's on the stretch. Laporte with a poor clearance. And it's a good block from Fernandinho that, to ensure that Chelsea do not take the lead. Really good block. Ederson looked like he might have had it covered, but there we go. It is good to see Aymeric Laporte back. He's a very good centre-back there, just with a little bit of a poor clearance to allow this opportunity. Chelsea with the corner. Ball's going to go into the box. It's going to be headed clear. Chelsea are going to pick up the loose ball and go all the way back to the keeper, so danger averted for now. It is roasting. I'm absolutely roasting. On to 32 likes. That's crazy. Thank you, everybody. Glad everyone enjoys these live streaming and what's happening. Great for interaction. So Kyle Walker brings the ball, plays it square. City now just entering into the Chelsea half. Laporte's played it across to Mendy. Sterling building up well. That's good pressing there from Chelsea to win the ball back. Very calm and composed from Giroud. He's playing on the left wing at the moment, Raheem Sterling. Seems to have been there for the majority of the game. I imagine he'll swap with Mahrez and go on the right at some point. Mahrez on the left. Seems to be Bernardo Silva that's gone up top. Nothing too dissimilar as to what you'd see Gabriel Jesus doing. I'd take Sergio Ramos. I think he's one of them players that you hate, but if he was at your club, you'd love. One of them. No, not a lot happening. Been a good opportunity for City where Fernandinho had a header that went well saved, and then Chelsea just had an opportunity with Barkley, but hit it straight at Fernandinho and blocked.
What are we on? Nearly half time.
16 minutes left till half time. Still, nope. Goal kick.
No.
What do I think the score will be versus Newcastle? It's a really difficult away game, that. It's a really niggly tie. Niggly tie, that one, so I reckon we can sneak it. I'll go for a sneaky 1-0 Manchester City win. Thomas Meunier is joining Borussia Dortmund. He was linked with Manchester City once upon a time, but he is going to be joining Borussia Dortmund instead from PSG. PSG fans, I was reading about them, seem relatively happy to be rid of the Belgium international. So there we go. You can mute the football stream and then watch that, but minimise mine, but keep the audio on so you can listen to what's happening on here. Like a podcast, listen to what's happening on here whilst watching the game as well, or set up 2 different devices watching the game. I've got 2 different devices is what I'm doing. I feel like, I'll just put this one out there, I feel like Sane would suit this game. Chelsea are looking well drilled. Sane's pace could cause them a lot of problems. It would be ideal, Benjamin Mendy here in a foot race manages to win the race and clear the ball. Yeah, I feel like as the game goes on, them tired legs and the warm heat, Sane could be crucial. Good play that by Chelsea, getting it down the City left-hand side, their right-hand side. Ball's just a little bit too square, and Benjamin Mendy was allowed to win the foot race there and get the ball clear. Rodri now brings it away. Counter-attack potentially on here for City. It is. Kevin De Bruyne, what can he make happen? Raheem Sterling's making a nice run in the centre. De Bruyne goes on his own. Works it out wide. There's a potential chance here. Ilkay Gundogan can't get a shot away, and it is read by Chelsea, and they can bring the ball away. Nah, that's frustrating. Chelsea again causing problems. Ross Barkley now into the penalty area. Plays it across. That's well saved by Ederson. That was well saved. I think it was Pulisic that was in the opportunity there. It's not cleared. Giroud. Chance. Across. Well blocked. Oh, we've got away with that one. It looked like offside, potentially at the back post from Barkley. It's not being given. Ederson doesn't seem happy about it. He did look offside. Let's have a watch of the replay. It was all too easy. A good ball by Willian played in across to Barkley. Good ball across. Ederson makes himself big there to make the original save. Alonso puts the ball back in. It's a decent ball. A 1-2 there with Giroud for Mount. Played it across. And Barkley looks a good few yards offside. A corner's given. He definitely looks offside. Yeah, I'm on 32 minutes as well. A corner comes in. It's well saved. Oh, and Chelsea's put it over the bar. We've got away with that one. We have got away with that one. This just shows how easy it can be. A dangerous game at 0-0. Original header comes in. It's a great save by Ederson. It is straight at him. He pushes it away. It does go back into the danger zone towards Alonso. He can't get onto it. It's then followed up and shot over the bar by Christiansen. And so we got away with one there. We really have got away with one. Just the opportunity we were looking for. I was saying before that opportunities will come for Chelsea. The longer it stays at 0-0, they'll fancy themselves. Just takes one opportunity. There was that opportunity for them. But there we go. City managed to weather that little storm. We've got 12 minutes to go now until half time, just less than. We can find a goal in these next 12 minutes. I think that would be good. Not really seen our new assistant manager in action, if I'm honest. Pep wanted him, so I'm happy with that. Sane has a speed. It looks like it's needed. Yeah, as I said, as the game goes on, it looks like handball. Referee's not giving it, but yeah, as the game goes on, that's what we'd be looking for. I miss Fernandinho in midfield. He can read the game so well, and even at 35, I was playing for it. He's got another year at Manchester City. He's one of them players that you can just keep giving him a rolling 1-year contract until it shows to a point where he's no longer at the level that he can compete at this top level. But at the moment in time, he's definitely got at least another season in him. What minute am I on? I'm on the 34th minute. You can see the timer, just top screen, just up here. That's where I'm at. That's how long's left. So I've got 10 minutes and 40 seconds now. City have got a free kick on the right hand side. I'll do a bit of commentary for this. Definitely is a free kick brought down by Willian. 2-0 Manchester City, says City Andy. I'd be more than happy for that. Can City put something quality into the box? When you've got Kevin De Bruyne standing over it, you've always got a chance of putting something quality into that box. Against his former team Chelsea, he'll have a point to prove. Always has a point to prove. Back in 2017, scored the winning goal for City at Stamford Bridge. Puts the ball in, it's well cleared by Chelsea. Looked very well drilled, Chelsea, on set pieces. Obviously that one opportunity came for Fernandinho. Oh, there's a chance here, counter-attack. Bit of miscommunication. There's a big chance here for Chelsea. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. It's 1-0 Chelsea. It's a good finish, clinical finish. Bit of miscommunication between Gundogan, it looked like, and Benjamin Mendy, and Chrisian Pulisic is there on his right foot. Put the ball past Ederson. Not what we was looking for. It's a decent finish. Really disappointing. City's free kick coming in. Good clearance. Just complete miscommunication. Benjamin Mendy went to pass it. Gundogan went central. Pulisic has got the pace to hurt. Benjamin Mendy committed instead of forcing him out wide. Should have forced him out wide. Didn't. Good tidy finish from Pulisic. We've got a lot of hard work to do here at the moment. Liverpool fans will be celebrating up and down the country and around the world, I'm sure, with that goal. As will Chelsea. Chelsea chasing Champions League football. It's a tidy finish. I mean, Pulisic isn't even inside the Manchester City penalty box when he scores. Ederson was advancing. Poor bits of defending that. Really poor. Benjamin Mendy with the original mistake, passing it, and then Benjamin Mendy again not forcing Pulisic wide, instead committing Otamendi-esque. That's really disappointing. No idea what Benjamin Mendy was doing. That's disappointing. Absolutely there. Best summary. Gift of a goal. Absolute gift. Got some hard work here. We could do with an equaliser before half time. City have got the ball out. First goal we've conceded since the restart of the Premier League. Referee, is he giving a free kick? Surprised he gave a free kick. It didn't look like there was too much in that. Going to give a yellow card as well. Really disappointing goal to concede. There isn't too much contact in there, but referee decides to give a foul, and Alonso's been booked on Mahrez. There is a little pull there. Mahrez had overhit the ball. Well, hopefully Riyad Mahrez can make something happen here and get City back on track here at the Bridge. De Bruyne goes to Mahrez. Right idea. Nearly just a bit too much power from Mahrez there. So De Bruyne passes the free kick onto the edge of the area. Mahrez is there on his left foot. He's looking for the far left hand side. Gets there with it. It's just too much power on it. Sends it flying over the bar. Right idea. It's going to take a lot, though, to score that goal from that angle, if I'm completely honest. So things stay as they are. Liverpool will be Premier League champions tonight. They will break the record of winning the Premier League title at the earliest occasion. I can't sit here and discredit Liverpool's achievements. I think they've been fantastic this season, shown extreme amounts of consistency. And thoroughly deserved Premier League champions. Just hoping it wouldn't come before we played them, that we had to give them a guard of honour. And I was hoping that they wouldn't win it against us either. But it is what it is. I suppose I'd rather City lose tonight and give them a guard of honour. Is probably the lesser of the two evils, in my opinion, than them winning it at the Etihad Stadium. It's not really like how I like to think, though. I like to think that City are capable of coming to Stamford Bridge, getting the couple of goals that they need now, and winning this game, and then playing Liverpool at the Etihad and winning that game as well. Chelsea here got a chance. Mendy manages to get a block in this time. Gundogan does get the ball clear. Very important we don't go 2-0 down. Transfer window opens. We've not got an official date yet. We know when it will close. We've not got an official date on when it will open. Ziyech will start playing for Chelsea when the new season, the 2020-2021 season starts, which will come more than likely in September. So we've got 5 minutes to go till half time. Too many gaps at the back. City a victim of their own downfall. We've not played horrendously bad here. We're just with no striker playing. It seems like City are just trying to adapt a little bit, playing very carefully is how I'd put it. When opportunities have presented themselves, though, Chelsea have just waited for the mistakes. Missed a good opportunity with a block from Fernandinho with Barkley, which is then punished just a couple of minutes later by Pulisic. And so they'll be confident that they can get the job done and try and get that killer second goal that I'm always on about. Giroud played across. Willian, it's going to be intercepted, you would think, by Mendy, and is. All depends if City are chasing a central midfielder. If City are chasing a central midfielder, I'd say Aouar is probably an 8 out of 10. It's certainly definitely an option if City want a central midfielder this summer. United, they're going to struggle to get into the Champions League with a Chelsea 3 points, so United have been hoping for a favour. To be honest, I don't really care if Man United are in the Champions League or not next season. I care about what happens with City's appeal at CAS. I care about what Man City are doing, is where my mindset is. Thank you very much, YKYK. I appreciate the support. Bit pedestrian build-up from City. Just needing a bit of an injection to go and hurt Chelsea. That's why I'm saying Leroy Sane could be one player that could hurt Chelsea with his pace. Slow, patient build-up from City. Don't we all, Alyssa? Don't we all? I'd like to see Jesus coming on at some point. I think he could cause problems for Chelsea, just to force their defence to backtrack and allow a bit more space for our wingers. Our wingers aren't really getting involved in the game. It's very patient, this from City. Squared across. Oh, there's no one. Walker. Oh. Do you think United will get Jadon Sancho? It all depends on if they're willing to pay the price, is what I would say to that. All depends if they're willing to pay the price. A target man in this match? Possibly. Get balls into the box, try and hurt Chelsea that way. Just feel like Jesus dropping deeper might work well. Brad Turner, 99p. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated. Thank you very much. I will add that I've never really mentioned it, but the money that I do earn off YouTube and everything is just stuff that I do put back into YouTube and paying for, so it's allowing for me to put forward my live streams and microphones and trying to get better quality cameras and everything. So putting the money back in is what I look to do. Who do I support? Well, it might be obvious. Wearing the shirt, watching the game. 95% of my channel is dedicated to City, so there we go. Not a problem. There we go. Manchester City is who I support there. Not going too well this game at the moment, but there we go. Walker. We're just passive. It's very passive at the moment. Interesting to see the stats at half time. We're having a lion's share of possession, building up. They've just not got something in the final third. De Bruyne puts the ball across. And he's cleared. Oh, they're just showing the replay of that goal there. Gundogan and Mendy. Mendy has him covered. Why does he step out? I just don't understand why he doesn't force him out wide. Show him out wide. It's a good finish that by Pulisic. Credit where credit's due. He chases, puts City under pressure, forces the mistake and puts the ball away. Couple of individual errors there from City cost City dear at the moment. I would say it's a good summary of City's season at this moment in time, is what I would say. It's a summary of City's season. Lots of possession. Lion's share of possession. Trying to make things happen. Not making enough happen. Giving the ball away. Punished. So 2 minutes added on here. See if City can create one more opportunity in this half. Need to have a serious rethink at half time and come out a lot quicker, in my opinion. Would I YK? Who would I take from Atletico? Who Gat? Who are we on about from Atletico? He had a horrendous game, Mendy did, against Wolves. And the mix-up certainly to blame for that goal and not showing him wide there. A little bit of a disaster class. See if we can rectify it going into the second half. I mean, that ball there that was just played across is a summary of what has happened, in my opinion, in the first half there. Just an overhit pass right over his head and out for a throw-in to Chelsea. Jimenez, it would be a good player. Yeah, it looks like Liverpool are going to win the Premier League tonight unless City can find a couple of goals in the second half. That's a crazy stat, Abraham. That is a crazy stat. I mean, City want to build up. We've got seconds left. I mean, I don't understand why they don't just send everyone forward and pump the ball into the box. And see, there we go, they are. Why not? See what happens. See if we can win a loose ball and find something that see if anything can happen. Need to win this first initial header. Don't. Cleared. Half-time whistle. There we go. Half-time. So Chelsea 1-0 up. Half-time. Plenty for us to think about. But City, Andy, they're putting it perfectly. There's plenty of time for us to turn it round. We're more than capable of scoring 3-4 goals in a half. Just need to put Chelsea under more pressure. Need more urgency is what I'd say in this game. We're always going to, with the style of football that we play, allow teams opportunities, and fair credit to Chelsea for putting the ball in the back of the net. Just a little bit more injection of urgency into the game. Stretching that pitch, like I said, I'd like to see Sane for his pace. I'd like to see Jesus on, forcing the Chelsea defenders forward, finding some gaps. We've got De Bruyne on there. He's perfect at picking out the perfect pass. Get some quick wingers on, stretch that pitch, and go and hurt Chelsea in the second half is what I'd be looking for. But we're going to need to up our game. That is for certain. I'm going to presume that Gwen Williams is a Liverpool fan for saying that we're going to win the league, and certainly not a City fan. Right, so we'll just do a half-time match report. Like I said, City have had the lion's share of possession, 63% compared with Chelsea's 30. Done that wrong. City have had 64% possession compared with Chelsea's 36% possession. However, 6 shots for City, 1 on target, not being clinical enough. That 1 on target being the Fernandinho header. However, Chelsea 7 shots, 3 on target, having their little spells to make things happen. So there we go. That's where we're at this moment in time. So we're needing to improve on that, creating more opportunities, and we need to be clinical. Something that we were against Arsenal and Burnley, seemingly mistaking us for tonight. Feeling the impact perhaps of that Sergio Aguero injury. In terms of passes, I mean, the stats for City aren't too bad. 366 passes and 91% pass completion rate compared with Chelsea's 82% pass completion rate and 203 passes. So we've had more passes, more possession, not really creating too much. So we turn to crosses, and this is interesting. 8 crosses for Chelsea, 12 for City, connecting with 4 out of our 12 crosses, which is quite high for City when we resort to crossing to try and make things happen. We've been pretty solid with the tackles and blocks, clearances. Aerial duels has been a little bit disappointing, winning 3 of our 7 aerial duels. We've been quite dominant with our aerial duels over the last couple of games. Chelsea have completed 4 of their 7 aerial duels compared with our 3 out of 7. So Chelsea is marginally ahead on that. But overall, we just look a little bit lethargic, in my opinion. Almost like we're not motivated enough, if I'm honest. They just seem like Chelsea want to make something happen, whereas City are happy just keep the ball knocking around, waiting for them opportunities to present themselves. And sometimes you just need to force some opportunities and create your own look, if you get where I'm coming from, and create your own opportunities going forward. And that's what we need to do. It might just be one of them games, them very tight games, where we just need that moment of brilliance to be able to just turn the match and the momentum around. And so we're going to be looking for the big game players. So I'm talking to players like Kevin De Bruyne to try and make something happen. The exceptional season of Riyad Mahrez, just that one moment of brilliance, make something happen, get that goal and get back into the game. That's what I'd be looking for anyway. We've been pretty solid elsewhere in the game. Like I said, it's individual mistakes at the back is what will overshadow what has happened in the game. But at the end of the day, City look to create opportunities, and we've had 1 shot on target out of 6. We've not had 2. We're not created anything clear cut as of yet. So we just need a little bit more up front is what I'd be looking for. And of course, that's something I'd look to try and address as we went into the summer transfer window as well. I'm just going to have a look on Twitter. Actually, I haven't done this yet. I'm going to have a look on Twitter and see what everyone's saying about the game. See what everyone's thoughts are on Twitter. I love that tweet. Someone's put, Mendy's becoming to us what Pogba is to United, and on his day player who doesn't turn up for the majority of the time. What's everyone's thoughts on that? Imagine the whole thing could be overshadowed when the full-time whistle goes if City don't win this game. It will be about Liverpool. Everyone's talking obviously about Benjamin Mendy and that Ilkay Gundogan situation and the bad bits of defending. I'd like to see Jesus and Leroy Sane are 2 players I'd like to see on. We do lack a destroying centre-back. Even if we had a top-class centre-back there, it wouldn't have stopped the 2 players in Ilkay Gundogan and Benjamin Mendy needing to do more to stop that goal from happening. Lack of communication. It's not even that. I can forgive that. It's more Mendy not doing the basics of defending. If a player wants to run past you, you're going to have to show them out wide, and they're going to have to completely outpace you. And Mendy isn't a slow player. He's a strong physical player. Play to your strengths. Force him out wide. force him to turn inside, break up that momentum, and allow the players to then get back to what should have happened. Then it'll move on to the next phase, but that's not what happened. Committed too soon, and it's something Otamendi struggles with as well. Over-committing and then causing problems because we've done that. We certainly do. We're missing a striker. Feeling the impact of that Aguero injury, definitely. Mendy can't defend. Raheem Sterling, yeah, that's what I said before. The big game players, like Raheem Sterling, really show up, show what you can do, and get City back into the game. We might just need that bit of individual quality, which, after all, is what City pay a lot of money for all these players for, looking for that individual quality to get back into the game. And I'm just going to change up the first half on my stream. Change that to second half. There we go. I'll have the timer ready to roll again when the second half does kick off. So what's everyone's thoughts then of that match? Pretty underwhelming, so to speak. It's showing the highlights. So yeah, so BT Sport just doing an analysis of that goal. So Ilkay Gundogan's telling Mendy to stop running and go out wide so he can pass the ball to him. Mendy then takes the ball instead of Gundogan. Gundogan's caught square. So this time Gundogan's covering at centre-back. And this is where Mendy needs to show him out wide. He's got a runner in De Bruyne at one side. Needs to show him out wide. And because he overcommits there, I mean, he could bring down Pulisic. That's a good point from BT Sport. Brings him down. Last man, potential red card. Such a silly thing to do. Quality finish, though, by Pulisic. You need to take that opportunity. Ederson forces him to take that early, and it's difficult. Doesn't have much time to think and compose himself, just puts it into the back of the net. Chelsea paid a lot of money, though, for Pulisic, so you'd expect players of high quality to put them in the back of the net, and he has, so fair credit to him. That's what I think. I feel like we need to stretch the pitch more. I think we need someone to drop deep, stretch the pitch more, and create gaps for our midfield. That's what I'd be looking for. See you later. You too. 1-0 Chelsea, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Pulisic, counter-attack. Good finish. Bad bit of defending.
Was that just before half time?
About 10 minutes before.
It is what it is.
It looks like Liverpool could be taking the title. Yeah. Right, see you in a bit, mate. You too. Too pedestrian, I agree. Too pedestrian. Needed more urgency in the game. Force Chelsea into the mistakes. Raheem Sterling, Leon Bailey would be a crazy partnership. Lots of pace there to hurt teams, in particular when teams are wanting to play a higher line. So, for example, our game against Liverpool, Liverpool won't be scared to come out and have a go. They'll be looking to try and match City like for like in terms of possession, and so there'll be plenty of opportunities for both sides to hit the counter-attack, and so playing wide attacking players would suit the game, which is why Leroy Sane had lots of success last season in the game against Liverpool at the Etihad Stadium. Callum, the United fan there, I find that interesting. Wanting Manchester City there, cheering them on, of course. United chasing, I presume, for their own benefit of Champions League football for next season. Or is it just to stop Liverpool from winning the Premier League at this moment in time? Or a bit of both, perhaps. But welcome. I'd like to see a bit more intensity in the middle is what I'd like to see. A little bit more urgency, a little bit more intensity, dropping a little bit deeper up front, stretching that pitch, testing Chelsea's defence. The problems you got with that then, putting someone like Jesus, is why I'm calling for him to come on, will create space for the wider players. Alonso, Chelsea's left back, sitting on a yellow card, targeting him, get pace on. Raheem Sterling on that side. I'd look for Sane going out on the left hand side, or even potentially switching and having Sane on the right hand side. He can play on there and cut in. I would prefer to see him on the left. Try and make something happen and put the players under pressure. It's all about forcing. You need to force the issue. You make your own luck. You make your own success. Chelsea worked hard, battled hard, and City made the mistake, and that's why they're able to punish them. If Chelsea had no intensity there, they wouldn't have come forward. They wouldn't have scored the goal. They'd have just backed off in fear, but they didn't. Thank you, City Andy. Much appreciated. Probably won't have a transfer update out tomorrow because there isn't too much news that's come about over the last few hours or so. So more than likely be some point this weekend instead, but something to look forward to. Hope for a Manchester City victory, you certainly are. AAF24 hoping Manchester City bring in Leon Bailey. Of course, winger only be brought in should Leroy Sane leave. Move has stalled at the moment in time with Bayern Munich having a big stalemate over the fee. Prithvi Raj, is that how you say your name? You can have a shout out, of course. Dijali Hansa putting in an emoji welcome there. Hope I'm not butchering anybody's name. I more than likely am, but there we go. AAF24, come on City, Chelsea is weak. I'm not really sensing too much of a weakness there. I feel like City need to force the issue more and put Chelsea on the back foot. It's going to be a really difficult game. I'm not getting the feeling that it's going to be one of them games that if City can find third and fourth gear, score a goal, there's a second goal going to be inevitable. I feel like it's going to be a really hard working game where City really need to put away their opportunities, and I'm confident they'll create 3 or 4 good opportunities coming in the second half. They need to put them opportunities away. If they don't, then City will be dropping points today. Would I take Sule? I think he's a good player. Doubt he'd join Manchester City because I doubt Bayern would sell. Ruben Diaz is a player I'd like to see at City. It's a pretty strong shout that actually. Leon Bailey, Housamau, Ruben Diaz. I reckon City will be going for a left back though. I'm not too sure we'll be bringing in a winger and a central midfielder this summer. I reckon it'll be one or the other. My personal opinion, based on just my feeling that I have at this moment in time, my gut feeling is City will probably be looking at a central midfielder rather than replacing Leroy Sane, but there we go. I could be wrong. On the wild berries tonight. Up to 41 likes, that's insane, that's crazy. You had a donation, 99p as well from Brad Turner, that's incredibly generous, so thank you so much for that. That's exceptional. Like I said, the money's just used to being able to provide better quality videos and do stuff that you guys would like to see. Is literally all the money that I do on YouTube goes towards. City need to use the pace of Sterling and Sane. I agree, this pace could be crucial in this game, getting in and around their defence. Would I sell Mendy or give him another season? I said before I'd give him another season. Going to stick with what I said. I'd give him another season. I would like to see us sign a left back, potentially Zinchenko being pushed elsewhere to cover in midfield, perhaps even on a winger as well. He's a very versatile player, but I'd like to see a left back signed to give more quality competition to Benjamin Mendy, to force him to up his game. He needs it, and then give him a season and see where we go from there. It's astounding. City have spent so much on fullbacks, we just can't get it right. Just one of them things. Just one of them things. We can't help injuries and stuff like that happen. We knew what we were signing when we signed Benjamin Mendy. I think Kyle Walker's been a pretty solid signing for City. We just can't get that other alternative option to Walker right at this moment in time. Also had Danilo, whose age was against him. Cancelo, who seemingly doesn't want to be here. Yeah, and then we've had Fabian Delph sitting in at left back in previous seasons. Zinchenko slots in there as well. We had Kolarov playing under Pep. Clichy as well. We've just not got it right. We haven't got it right yet. Pace, important. So, set to have kick-off for the second half. So we'll have the timer back up as kick off and get City get us underway for the start of the second half. A big second half coming in here for Manchester City. It's very pensive, this. I will say one thing, everyone's going to be speaking about Liverpool winning the Premier League, and of course I'll congratulate them, but I'm more concerned about the performance that we're going to need to be playing on top of our game going into our next game, because this match and the match against Liverpool doesn't really matter. It matters for records and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. What does matter is form and momentum going into the big games like the FA Cup that we can still win. And a difficult away game against Newcastle, we're going to need to be on top of our games. This was good preparation for that. So lessons to be learnt. Poor giveaway there from City again. But rebound there. Sterling working hard. He's battling. Good interception there by Chelsea. They can bring it away. Willian's going to bring it clear. So yeah, we're going to need to be much better if we want to progress in the FA Cup. Bonucci, good player. I feel like the ship has sailed for him to join Manchester City though. Bring the GOAT out of retirement. Get Sean Gota back into the mix. Get him up front. Feed the GOAT and he will score. Not allowed to show the match, so it'll just be me taking you through the game with all of my thoughts. But welcome, Nos 74. So Sterling brings it down right hand side. Can we get something happening here? He's onto his right foot, cut it across. Mendy gets a shot away. Oh, good headed clearance. That Christiansen. Collected by Kepa. Now they're going to stop the play. He took a hit then, didn't he? Good head that. Oh, right on top of his head. Headed clear. Love it. Looked like it hurt. Commitment. So the Chelsea man is down. Sometimes direct route is the best route. I feel like there's space to be had. You just need to force a space, so the space will come through movement, is what we're needing. I mean, I just feel like with City's more direct route, we're not brilliant at crosses. We're not brilliant at balls over the top and balls into the box. I feel like our best route is through urgency and forcing Chelsea on the back foot into making mistakes and then punishing them. Next transfer update more than likely be this weekend sometime. Hopefully Saturday. I've not had too much news coming over the last few hours for me to be able to put out a video tomorrow. It's been like 1 or 2 bits. It's not enough for me to do a video, so it'll probably be the day after. Christiansen back up again now after taking a big hit to the head of a good headed clearance. Straight to the point. Thank you very much, Brad Turner. Keeping everyone up to date, so I like to give what's been reported, give you my opinions, then move on and see what the possibilities are and keep everyone up to date every step of the way. It's like a soap opera what happens with the transfers during a busy summer transfer window, which is what I'm expecting. It's tiring, but looking forward to it. Daily transfer updates will be back, of course, when the window does reopen, which I'm presuming is probably going to come at the end of the season, so late July, early August. We can swap that. God. No. No thanks. I do not want David Luiz anywhere near the Manchester City team. Please. Just signed a contract. Means we'd have to a contract extension at Arsenal, which means if anyone wants to sign David Luiz, you have to pay cash. That's crazy. Shahid Da Silva, hello. How are you this evening? I hope you are well. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Who do you think's got the best future? Best future at Manchester City that's currently here, or players in general from around the world? Loose ball coming in, well controlled from Aymeric Laporte, brings it away. Right, we just need a bit of urgency. One touch football is what we're going for. best defender for the future at City, Eric Garcia. Again, a loose pass. Laporte's there to mop it up. In terms of like defenders from are relatively young from around the world, like look at Ruben Diaz. I think he's a quality player. City being a bit dangerous here with their passing. City have high standards, turning down a Brazil international. He's just past his sell-by dates, and my honest opinion, just my opinion, just don't rate David Luiz. Too many mistakes in him. Probably fit right in at City's City's defence, making mistakes. Do I like Mats Hummels? I think Mats Hummels is a very good player. He's one of them players that's ageing. So yeah, there we go. Jones, that Phil Jones. I think he put some great facial expressions. If you're on about Phil Jones. Ball being playing around. So City being very careful with the ball. Looking for some movement, just a bit of movement in the middle. I feel like the game would have suited Phil Foden had he been fit to have played, which is unfortunate that he wasn't. He provides lots of movement, tries to make things happen. Rodri now does well, brings it down. De Bruyne has gone out wide, trying to make something happen. Goes central, Kyle Walker, Benjamin Mendy. So good played pass. Can Bernardo make anything happen? He's in the penalty area. Mendy's just blazed one over the bar. Oh, it's Wonderkid. Alright, nice to meet you. You're back. Under a different account. Phil Jones or David Luiz. Lesser of two evils. Phil Jones. I love his facial expressions. Bernardo Silva does. He's a very good player. What happened if you put Tipex in an ink cartridge? I don't know. Do not know. Mendy needs to help NASA with their next space launch. Not a great ball in from Kevin De Bruyne either. When things aren't ticking, things aren't ticking. Would like to see some changes. Like I said, Sane, Jesus are two players I want to see. Kyle Walker, very fast right back. Arguably City's fastest player that we've got. We've got some Liverpool fans in, as expected. Potential looking for their celebrations tonight on this warm, stuffy evening. There's a good play here now. City have got a bit going forward. It's got a free kick, dangerous area. Very central this. Just to City's left-hand side, about 30 yards out. It's an opportunity here. What's big and small at the same time? Let me know. Right, so we are seeing Jesus, not Sane. It's going to be David Silva instead. So we've got one of the two that I was looking for. So Bernardo Silva comes off, and David Silva is coming on, and we've also got Gabriel Jesus coming on and Rodri coming off. So I presume now we're going to be seeing Gundogan going in at defensive midfield. We're going to be seeing David Silva going further up front to go up for City. Jesus starting up front, and then going to see David Silva dropping in his more natural role. Right, we're just left central of goal. Looks about 30 yards out. De Bruyne stands over it. Oh, wow! Kevin De Bruyne! An amazing free kick, puts it into the back of the net. What a finish. Lovely dip onto it, gets it up and over the wall. It was a good height. I did say I was concerned about the free kick potentially being central, being able to get that up and across into the corner. It's a great free kick right into the top corner there. Kepa struggling to get across. Absolutely fantastic. De Bruyne, I said it was going to take something special. There is that moment, something special. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is a wonderful free kick. That is absolutely pinpoint. Wow, indeed. That's fantastic. Chelsea here have got an opportunity immediately. Ross Barkley is intercepted. Need to defend well here. It's cleared. So we're 1-1 now. We've got Gabriel Jesus on, David Silva on to cause some problems here for Chelsea. But Chelsea are getting a bit of momentum coming down the right-hand side. They're going to put a ball into the box. Got a bit of height, Giroud and Ross Barkley. Liverpool do still win the Premier League tonight. A chance here for Chelsea. It's played across and out for a corner for Chelsea. Well defended there at the near post from Aymeric Laporte just to put it out. Always safe. Trent Alexander-Arnold did score a very good free kick yesterday against Crystal Palace. Fabinho's goal wasn't bad either. So a corner here to Chelsea. City's got a bit of defending to do. Ball comes across. It's headed up. Ederson can collect. Keep it going, keep it going. Counter-attack here from City. De Bruyne brings it away. Oh, it's great. Chance. Sterling. Oh, is it the post? Oh. Straight off the post. Kepa advancing, putting just like Pulisic had in the first half. He put his opportunity away when the keeper comes in advance. Sterling puts it over the keeper advancing. Very unlucky, I will add. Very unlucky. Hits the post. City, this is much better from City now. City seem to have got a bit of confidence. Good build-up now. We've got a game. 30 minutes here. Got a game. The game is certainly opening up Alabama Saxon here. End to end, anything can happen. I feel like this carries on for another couple of minutes. There's going to be another goal in this game. I don't know who this suits. Chelsea will fancy it on the counter-attack to make things happen with City's shaky defending. And City will fancy attacking and scoring a goal. Great bit of counter-attack that for the build-up, by the way, that hit the post from Raheem Sterling. Sane better than Sancho. It's all about opinions. Different styles to them. Leroy Sane is a very direct winger, whereas Jadon Sancho is a very patient winger who's a good finisher of the ball as well. I feel like they're both quality wingers, though. Ederson pings the ball. It's cleared by Rudiger. A shove in the back surely there, and City get a free kick. Just called his uncle a Liverpool fan, so lots of excitement going on around in the Premier League. What's round and sounds like a trumpet? A crumpet. Good counter-attack that from City. It's just showing the replay. Sterling dips it over. Oh, it's desperately unlucky. Desperately unlucky. It's good goalkeeping to put Sterling under pressure. I was originally thinking as he brought Sterling down as he's advanced onto him, but it's harsh, isn't it? What's the keeper meant to do? Anyway, we've seen Mendy come off and Zinchenko has come on for Manchester City on the left-hand side. So Pep obviously not happy with something happening with Mendy there, so he's going for Zinchenko instead. Got link-up play between Zinchenko and De Bruyne, which is always good to see. City in their Tequila Sunrise kit as well. A good block. Mahrez nearly came away with the ball. Jesus has. I hope Sane does come on. I feel like he can cause some problems here. City got another free kick. Looks about 35 yards out. Central just to the right-hand side. I'll be getting Kevin De Bruyne on them, asking him, make it happen again. See if he can put it in the opposite corner. Ross Barkley bringing down Gabriel Jesus there. Sticking his leg out. Jesus always going to oblige. What goes in and out and smells of wee. My gran doing the okey cokey. My opinion on the defence in this game. Oh, 1 minute. Free kick comes in. Ball played over. Headed down. Zinchenko trying to get something across. Can't bring the ball under his control and Willian clears. Right. Defence in this game not been brilliant from City. Not looked as composed as what we did against Burnley or Arsenal, in my opinion. Perhaps missing Eric Garcia. It's just a bit of lack of communication and a bit of a rash head, shall we say, from Benjamin Mendy in the build-up to Chelsea's first. Something that he needs to build out of his game. I hope Man City can win this game as well. Make it very interesting going into that game next week against Liverpool. Delays them making things happen. What do I think Kevin De Bruyne leaving if the UEFA ban stands? I mean, it's all about if De Bruyne wants to leave, and even if he did want to leave and that ban is upheld, the problem is no team with a pandemic is going to pay the money that City would be asking for De Bruyne. I mean, one of City's best players, one of the best players in the world, if not, like one of, I was going to say the best player in the world, but he's one of the best players in the world. The fee that you'd be looking at would be just massive to prize a player like De Bruyne away, and during this next summer transfer window, no team is going to pay that, so I don't see him leaving this season. I don't see City being banned for 2 seasons, is my honest opinion, so I don't see De Bruyne leaving. I'm not concerned about it. Tammy Abraham comes on for Olivier Giroud, getting a bit more pace there. Abraham going to look to press City's high line. I cannot show the screen. It's copyright infringed. Ederson's given the ball away. Big chance here for Chelsea. It's in the side netting. We get away with one there. Mason Mount this time presented with the opportunity. A poor giveaway. A rare mistake from Ederson with his distribution. He's pressed into a mistake. Ederson advances, puts him under pressure and slices at his shot. Puts it into the side netting. Puts him under pressure. A good bit of goalkeeping just to put him under pressure there. Time for Leroy Sane is what I would like to see as well. Leroy Sane coming in. Ederson looks just miscontrols the ball. A sphincter says what? I don't know what a sphincter would say. Fernandinho brings the ball up. Puts the ball over the top. Headed clear and an offside flag goes up. So Chelsea are going to have a free kick midway through their own half. In their own half. City battling for possession here. Just trying to win the ball back. The free kick going to be given here? No, it's going to then a throw into City. Rudiger has done something to Kevin De Bruyne. He's gone down. That's not good. Oh, that's a nasty, nasty follow through. Oh, that's a nasty one. Of course, not a penalty. Rudiger has got to the ball and cleared the ball. It's just a follow through onto De Bruyne. Thank you very much, Pete Woodburn. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Damar Williams, as well. I would like to see Leroy Sane coming on. Hopefully De Bruyne here is going to be okay. Last thing we need is more injuries. De Bruyne is just gritting his teeth at the moment, just bearing through it. Harry Gaines puts, come on, Carlisle. So we've got someone tuning in, I presume, there from Carlisle. Said, bad follow through that on De Bruyne. Really bad. Clears the ball. Studs are in. It's a nasty challenge, that. That is really nasty. Stud showing, goes up onto the shin, onto his foot. That's a nasty one. Checking possible red card decision. No red card from VAR. And a throw-in given to Chelsea. See me on the phone. Keeping up to date with things happening. Aaron. Hoping that Man City can make something happen. Well, we've got just under 25 minutes to try and make something. Just showing a replay of that free kick from De Bruyne. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'd like to know what had happened to Rudiger had he not had cleared the ball there. With a follow through. Studs up. Certainly would have been a penalty. What do I think of VAR? It's got potential to be great if used consistently and properly. But until it's used properly and it's used by more competent officials in the Premier League in particular, I'm not a real fan of it. Like, I am a fan of it in general if it's used properly by good quality officiating. But when it's not, I don't like it. Because wrong decisions are made. Like the Tottenham goal they scored the other day that brushed against the arm in that own goal. Like City had a goal disallowed against Spurs earlier in the season for that exact same thing, yet they had their goal allowed. Ball played across, appealing for handball. Sterling. Ooh, just past the post. Who's going to score the winning goal? That's if there is a winning goal. I feel like if Chelsea put a neck out on the line, there's going to be a second goal for them. I'm going to go for Mason Mount, and if it's for City, it's difficult. I'm trying to think, how's the opportunities coming about? I feel like set pieces have been our strength at the moment. I'll go for Raheem Sterling. Looks like he's hungry for a goal. If we draw, Liverpool will win the Premier League title today, yes. I want City to win this game as well. I'm in a drinks break at the moment, the players are. So, once again, I'm going to have my drinks break. I've nearly threw all my drink, actually. It's a shame. I'll have my drink as well. It's tense, a lot of pressure. A big game, 20 minutes here. Chelsea looking for points to get a little bit of an advantage going forward for potentially holding on to their Champions League place for next season. City looking to try and build up some momentum going into that match against Newcastle at the weekend and potentially stopping Liverpool tonight from winning the Premier League. Pep's looking very animated at the moment, looking very summery. Top class drink, thank you very much. Yeah, we're on the wild berries is what we're on. Thank you very much. Trying different flavours of Record League at the moment. We had the mango on the last stream. We've got the wild berries for this one. And I've got my drink lined up. You'll see what that is for the match against Newcastle on Sunday. What I think of the game so far? Not too many clear-cut opportunities for either side. There's mistakes to be made from both sides. And it's a team that's going to show that little bit of clinical edge that will win this game. It wouldn't surprise me at all if this stays this exact same. It stays at 1-1 for this game. Obviously, hoping for the excitement of the game. There's going to be a winning goal here. Tammy Abraham looked like he was in, but the ball just slowed down just enough to allow Ederson to be able to collect the ball there. And a good bit of defending there from Fernandinho, just putting Tammy Abraham under that little bit more pressure. As City are building up from the back. As David Silva drops deep, plays the ball back. Kevin De Bruyne does love a goal against Chelsea. That's a poor pass though from Kevin De Bruyne. Just speaking it. I'm afraid I do not have the powers to show anything of the game. Companies pay millions upon millions of pounds to be able to show the games and have the rights to them. So, best I can do is this. There's a chance here, though. Gundogan plays it across. Sterling now, just on the edge of the box. Can he get something across? Dancing around. David Silva there. With a too heavy a touch, it goes out for a goal kick. If you were Pep, what would you tell the players? Keep pressing, keep trying hard. Tire the players out, and I'd probably give another little prep, make another substitution, probably around the 80th minute, somewhere between the 75th and 80th minute, to put some pressure onto Chelsea. Like I said before, Leroy Sane is one player I'd be looking at in particular. Tired legs out there, he could cause some problems. Chelsea now just trying balls over the top. He's in. Chance. Surely. Oh, he's blocked. Oh, has that gone in? Has that gone in? Has Chelsea scored? Referee's not giving anything. Wow. How has that not gone in? Wow. Anyway, City on the counter here. Can I get control? The loose ball's picked up by Chelsea. Right. How Liverpool-esque. Remember John Stones last season? Same again here. Kyle Walker there on the follow-up. I think it was Kyle Walker and De Bruyne there keeping the ball out. We'll have to see another replay of that. That is unbelievable. Chelsea though here. Barkley plays the ball across and Ederson picks up the ball. Kyle Walker there. People put in the comments with the goal line clearance. How has he got onto it? I think it was Pulisic that was given the opportunity. Rounds Ederson just to tap it in. Plays the ball across. Looked like he'd gone to run away and celebrate, and the City man is there. Didn't put enough power on his shot to stop it going in. There can't have been a lot into it. It looks like he'd got it onto the post perhaps and out to put it clear. Somehow Chelsea haven't put the rebound into the back of the net. Wow. We got away with that one. We really have got away with that one. I'm in shock. Liverpool must have been ready to start their title celebrations right there and then. Mahrez now. Goes down. No, not going to give a penalty for that one. So goal line. Here we go. So rounds Ederson. Was to put it in. It's Kyle Walker, sorry, not De Bruyne. So Kyle Walker's there. It just take it just a bit too far there for the shot. Great stop. It doesn't even go into the post. Just a great stop on the line. Definitely doesn't cross the line. Great clearance. We're still alive in this game. Fernandinho's there to mop up. That is why Kyle Walker does not get the minutes. He doesn't get the minutes. That's why Cancelo doesn't get the minutes, because Kyle Walker's just been insanely good this season. He has been absolute quality, showing just what he's about and how good he can be. An exceptional player. Love it. Kyle Walker, take a bow. If we come away with the 3 points, he can have my JSGC man of the match if we come away with the 3 points just for that. That was incredible. It's our John Stones moment from last season in that match against Liverpool being replicated again here. I could nitpick the finish and taking it just too far and not putting enough power onto it. But it still needed a goal line clearance. Kyle Walker loves goal line clearance. He's done it in the Community Shield against Liverpool. Stones has done it against Liverpool. Now we're doing it against Chelsea as well to try and spoil the early celebrations for the Liverpool fans, and of course giving Man United a boost to potentially getting in the Champions League next season. De Bruyne gives the ball away cheaply. Zinchenko's trying to press. He's trying to bring Willian down there, De Bruyne, but he's come away on the counter-attack. Chance here for Chelsea. Willian goes across. Has another chance. Chance! Bundled in. Cleared. Advantage. We survived again. Right, they're checking something. This is incredible. Ball's played across. It's a great save from Ederson. And it's a great second instinctive save. And a great block from Fernandinho as well on the line. We're clinging on. Wow. Fernandinho is there. He's not touched his arm. Follows it through. He slapped that, Fernandinho. Hang on one moment. It touches his arm. It definitely touches his arm. VAR will be having a look at this. Inconsistent, Willian. I think he's a good player on his day. This checking possible penalty, handball, red card possibly too, stopping it going in. That looked like a handball and penalty. VAR is having a look. So it's a great block. Would I settle for a point? Doesn't really mean anything to us, if I'm completely honest. Absolutely incredible. I'll be amazed if they don't give a penalty here. It definitely looked like a penalty. VAR, penalty Chelsea, red card Fernandinho. He handballed it to stop it going into the back of the net. It definitely was a penalty. Liverpool have the champagne on ice, I'm sure now. We're down to 10 men. Nothing to lose. Ugh. He slaps it to stop it going in. So it's Willian taking the penalty. Come on, Ederson. Can he make a big save? Keep us in this game. We rode our luck so far. Come on, Ederson. Big moment this for Liverpool and for Chelsea. Willian steps up. Sends Ederson the wrong way. It's 2-1. We're down to 10 men. Chelsea are 2-1 ahead. Liverpool now will be starting their celebrations, I am sure. Chelsea have been putting City under pressure now for the last 5 minutes or so. Probably no more than what Chelsea deserve. Decent penalty as well. Really good penalty, that one. You're not going to be saving them even if you guess the right way. Need to keep our heads here. Nothing stupid, don't need to rush our play. Kevin De Bruyne's been given a yellow card as well in the build-up to all that. Don't think he can have too many complaints. City seem to be all over the place with the defence, is what's caused the issues in the first place. Them goal line clearances and them great Ederson saves and the handball and send it. It's just so much space. Willian in again. It's cleared this time by City, although only partially. Ball across comes in. Headed clear. We can't regain possession here. Chelsea putting on the pressure. A little bit of commentary. Keep things going here. So the ball's played across. Chelsea having the lion's share of possession in the last few minutes, trying to make things happen. So good tackle by Gundogan. City looking for the space. Zinchenko can bring it away. Good twist. Liverpool fans will be delighted at this moment in time, I'm sure. Shall we drop it? To be fair, I thought it was a penalty. It was he used his arm. Using your arm, you're going to run the risk. And he does use his arm to stop it going in. That's why he's been sent off. I'd like to think of it as if it was the opposite way. I would like to have seen the Chelsea player sent off and a penalty given to City. So try not to be biased there. Yeah, another defensive error. The Chelsea have been putting us under pressure. We haven't played very well in this game, I haven't thought. Like I said, we need that individual bit of brilliance from De Bruyne to put the ball in the back of the net. Needed to put ourselves and build on that, and instead Chelsea's responded really well. And like I said before, Chelsea does look like they want this a little bit more, whereas City are treating this more like a... It feels more like a friendly game where, you know, it doesn't really matter. And the honest opinion from me is that the game doesn't matter. We don't lose anything from losing this game. We don't gain anything from drawing the game. Winning the game, we get a bit of momentum, but we're just delaying the inevitable. What it will show on the records, though, is 8 defeats if this stays the same. 8 defeats in a season. Which, considering how great we've been the last 2 seasons, is a big decline. But it is quite evident that when you've got quality players like Vincent Kompany, for example, and you don't bring anybody in to be able to fill them gaps in, you are going to struggle. We felt the effects of it all season. We felt the effects of it with Laporte getting injured as well. And then just some moments, it's just 100% a penalty. It's showing a thing, it's just 100% a penalty. We could argue the Rudiger red card following through as a nasty challenge. That Norwich one was probably the worst defeat that we've had this season. Norwich, I think they only won 5 games this season. That's just particularly poor. They played really well that day, Norwich, don't get me wrong, but Cantwell had a really good game in that game. It's just all about consistency. We're just not being very consistent this year. We're going to need to be much better than this if we're going to want to knock out Real Madrid in the Champions League. We're going to have to be much better than this more recently against Newcastle on Sunday evening. Did I think it was a penalty? Well, he made the clearance, though. He followed through, like... Take that outside of the penalty area, even though he made the clearance, you'd say red card and penalty. So, there you go. Chance here for Chelsea again. Press for the mistakes. Good interception there by Gundogan. BT Sport just put up a thing of Liverpool fans outside Anfield having to celebrate of winning the Premier League title. Still 7 minutes to go here. Yeah, it's still down to someone interpreting. So we're just basically getting an opinion, aren't we, of someone else that's watching it. So, yeah, baffles me. VAR for you. Yeah, I tip my hat to Liverpool as well. I think they've had an exceptional season. They're a very good side. And I have no problem if City don't win this game of congratulating them winning the Premier League. Not got a problem with that at all. Chelsea have been very good here. Very good. You could argue bits of both, but they've shown incredible amounts of consistency this season, Liverpool, in the Premier League. And I think it's a bit, not insulting, but it's disrespectful to say that it's Liverpool's done really well this season because the Premier League's been poor, because it's like me saying that City won the Premier League last season and picked up so many points because the Premier League's poor, and the season before because the Premier League's poor. I think it's just the teams at the top, so Liverpool and City, are so good that teams are playing catch up and teams are struggling. I think they do want to spend and improve the squad. They just don't want to be ripped off and buy the wrong players and spend lots of money on the wrong players. It's all about finding the right players. I do think we need reinforcements at the back. I feel like we just need to add bits of quality to the team. So a free kick here for City in a dangerous area. Ball played across. It's going to go out for a corner kick. City could do with making something happen here with less than 5 minutes remaining. I agree with that, MZ. Absolutely, I agree with it. I've got no problem wishing Liverpool congratulating Liverpool on winning the Premier League when they do win it. In fact, I have a lot of respect for Liverpool as a football club. The achievements that they've achieved in this season and previous seasons, and the quality of football that they put, and the players that they've got, and the style of play that they're playing. They're a very, very good football side. But you see how the fans are reacting to stuff, and you don't enjoy it, if you get what I mean. But that comes with success. There's lots of people out there that don't like Man City. There's lots of people out there that don't like Manchester United. And I'll say, like, on the pitch and how Liverpool are and stuff, I don't mind them. It's the fans. Like with United, I don't like how their club is ran. I don't like the fans. When it was under Alex Ferguson, I didn't like their bully boy tactics. They remind me a lot of how Bayern Munich are in Germany. Not really for that. Liverpool play some really good football. They're a very good team. They're a passionate team led by a passionate manager, a fantastic manager. And they've been thoroughly deserving of the Premier League this season. They've been the most consistent team, as City Andy has stated. They've been the most consistent team. That's how it is. I'm sure Liverpool will have a great time celebrating their success, and of course they should. Of course they should. Ball coming in here from Sterling. Can City starting to get more into the penalty area now? Can maybe make something happen. The offside flag has gone up though. Oh, sorry, it's gone out for a goal kick rather than the offside flag. I'll be honest, I'm more disappointed with how City's responded this season and the drop in class from the previous 2 seasons. But the bar's been set. It's right like up here. That's where the bar is. And to maintain that standard right up here is insanely difficult. Ball's getting played through. It's going to be intercepted by Chelsea, and so it's difficult. Liverpool managed to maintain a similar standard right up here. They was unlucky not to win the Premier League last season. They're going to win it this season. They're going to finish on a high points tally, may even break City's points tally record. It's a really hard thing to do. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to maintain that standard, and it's up to Liverpool to make improvements, continuous progressive improvements. There's talk of them not signing anybody. I think that'll be a mistake. Teams will get used to how they're playing, suss them out, and ultimately then drop more points, and then City will be playing catch up, and so the gap will. It started out as being horrendously big for City's favour. Playing catch up, City did enough to maintain that high level, whereas Liverpool went from down here to up here. Liverpool then maintained it, whereas City's gone here, then dropped it to down here. So we need to get that back up again. Well, that was more of a situation of Liverpool letting the league title slip. It's nowhere near the moment that they'll have been looking for. I'm wondering how Liverpool, I'm sure they won't care, but ideal, they know they're winning the Premier League, they'll be looking for the ideal way of winning it. Would they rather win it tonight, or would they like City to win so they can go and win it themselves? Like, we won it a couple of seasons back when we hit the 100-point season. We won it without the ball being played, and it was great. It's underwhelming. You want to win it on the pitch, you want to win it yourselves, have that moment where you can celebrate your success. But when you've not won the Premier League for ever, and you've not won the top division title in 29 years now, what Liverpool are looking at, I'm sure they won't care, if I'm completely honest. Chelsea making a couple of substitutions here. We're entering into the last minute of normal time, as Liverpool can probably start their celebrations now, if I'm honest. We've got no choice but to move on. I always said it's not about making mistakes, it's how you learn from your mistakes is what judges how good you will be. And so we've got the perfect chance to put out our response in our next couple of games. A match coming up against Newcastle in the Cup. What better way to respond to this match than getting through to the FA Cup semi-final and potentially adding another trophy to our cabinet. And then playing the champions. We're going to have to give them a guard of honour, which obviously no one's going to enjoy. Take them to the Etihad, hoping Liverpool will be taking their eye off the ball a little bit, caught up in the celebrations, and we'll be able to mop them up and be able to hand them their second defeat of the season and move on from there. Premier League Player of the Season, De Bruyne. I think he's had a superb season. I'm confident as long as you don't get an injury, he'll break that assist record. He's just been incredibly consistent, and I think it's about time we saw a Manchester City player win the Player of the Season. Still amazed that Yaya Toure didn't win it that time. Thank you very much, Brad. We do need quality. There's obviously areas where City need to improve. We're needing lots of quality. I've spoken before, 4 or 5 players is what we're needing to add. Obviously the situation with the pandemic isn't going to allow us to do that, but we still need to be bridging that gap. 3 or 4 quality players is what I'd be looking for. Obviously a couple of defensive reinforcements is definitely an area that I'd be looking for. But like I said before, when you're making mistakes, it's all about learning from that mistakes. And sometimes you've got to make these mistakes to be able to address them situations as we head into the new season. BT Sports are showing the Liverpool moments with the fans celebrating out on the streets. Thank you very much, Junaid Khan. I appreciate it. You can't help but sit here and look at what's happening in Liverpool and thinking I'm envious, but that's just the winning mentality that I have, that I want us to win it every season. I want us to be the best every season. So you look at other teams doing it and you're just thinking, nah, I wish that was us. That's just where we're up to at the moment. Never mind. I'm an adult now. I'm not a child. I'm not going to kick off or anything. I'll just wish Liverpool all the best. I think they've been an outstanding team. Enjoy their success. Game's just coasting along at the moment. We've got 4 minutes left in injury time. Chelsea's got a chance here to make it 3-1. They're bringing it away on the counter-attack now. Ooh, goes just wide. No problem, Malia Doctor. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I nearly finished up my drink. No problem, Shahid Da Silva. We got used to the winning. Yeah, you do. You get used to the winning and upholding them incredibly high standards, but that's just how it is. Football, though, like if you just won all the time, you wouldn't enjoy it, and sometimes you just got to lose to appreciate it. So that's just where we are. Ball's brought away. So you have a final say here and perhaps get a point. Try and avoid it being our 8th defeat of the season, which is not what we're looking for at all. If I'm honest, it's not been a great season in terms of that. It's just there's not been too much consistency from teams around us. We're going to finish so far behind Liverpool, aren't we? I mean, I'm going to be amazed if Liverpool don't break our 100 points tally, if I'm honest. I'm going to be amazed if Liverpool don't take the record for the biggest margin win as well, but there we go. Pep leaves who would I like as manager. I said this in my last video, last live stream. I said I like Pochettino. I think Nagelsmann at Red Bull Leipzig is also a good manager. They'd probably be my 2 picks. Some say they'd like Ajax's manager as well. I'm not sure. I'd probably like Pochettino, if I'm honest. Premier League experience. Excuse me. Alan Brown, thanks a bunch. No problem. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Foden's injured. That's why he's not featuring. He is injured. Picked up a little knee injury. Hoping he won't be out for too long. Fingers crossed. I'll be amazed if Liverpool go another 30 years without winning another Premier League trophy, if I'm completely honest. I think they'll take some beating next season. We're going to have to be a lot more consistent and a lot better next season if we want to regain our Premier League trophy after winning it back-to-back. So, just less than a minute left and Liverpool will be starting their Premier League celebrations. And we'll just have to move our minds on to focusing on that Newcastle game in the FA Cup, of course. Pep said that's our cup final, that's our most important game. He is correct. We've got lessons to be learnt for this game, and if I'm honest, I'd rather make these mistakes in this match than in our next match. Obviously. Because we'll be knocked out of the FA Cup, and that's not what we want, and so this is like a warm-up in preparation for that. And that's just how our season's gone at the moment. It is what it is. We've got, 20 seconds left here of the stream. Then Liverpool can start their celebrations. Chelsea going to bring it away. No brainer, yeah. It happens. Right, we're into added on time now. Looking forward to that game against Newcastle. I'll be doing a live stream of that, of course, on Sunday. Stay tuned for that one. A Newcastle fan in the house. And there we go. It's a 3 points for Chelsea. It's a 2-1 victory. The full-time whistle has gone. That, of course, now means that Liverpool are the Premier League champions. And I am going to be one of the first that's doing the live streams to wish Liverpool a huge congratulations on winning the Premier League title. They have shown a tremendous amount of consistency this season. They've been exceptional. They're a top-class side. They run it really close with us last season. We managed to pip them following our incredible run. They managed to maintain momentum. It must have been demoralising for them to have missed out on the Premier League trophy last season. They showed a tremendous amount of tough mental spirit for them to be able to overcome their hurdle and win the Champions League and build on that momentum to win the Premier League this season. Shown tremendous amounts of consistency, so well done to them. They've been great. They've been an absolutely fabulous side. They've been great to watch. Thoroughly deserved Premier League champions for this season. Hoping that for next season, City will be able to make them improvements and be able to challenge Liverpool once again to try and win back our Premier League trophy. But we're back-to-back Premier League champions. No more. Liverpool have won the Premier League trophy instead, and so a huge congratulations to them and their supporters to go and enjoy themselves. But of course, we're going to have to move on instead and start focusing on that match against Newcastle to try and hold and retain the FA Cup instead. That's where our focus goes. Yes, just like next year, we'll just go again next year. I'll move our focus on FA Cup's our aim. I'll be delighted with a second place finish. Winning the Carabao Cup that we've already won and winning the FA Cup isn't a bad season. Anything goes. See what happens in the Champions League. I mean, 3 trophies. I mean, if we win the Champions League, this will be classed as an outstanding season, and everyone will be saying, who cares about the 8 defeats that we've had this season? So yeah, there we go. So Liverpool fans, they're enjoying their celebrations, of course that they will. So I hope that they're able to enjoy themselves. But I'm just going to do a quick match analysis for this game and then move on with ways forward before I end the stream, and we move on to that big game, of course, against Newcastle that we've got at the weekend, which is obviously our cup final, basically. So, in terms of possession for City, we ended up having 65% possession to Chelsea's 35%. In terms of shots, this is how good Chelsea have been. 15 shots, 10 on target, 2 goals. They'll be happy with that. Whereas with City, 11 shots, 2 on target, 1 goal. Poor. Really poor. We've been very clinical against Burnley, clinical again against Arsenal. We've not been clinical here, nowhere near. We need to improve on that. In terms of passing stats, so 91% pass completion rate, 703 passes. Fine, nothing wrong with that. That's typical City, what you'd expect. Nothing wrong with that. 376 passes for Chelsea, 82% pass completion rate. Couple of clear-cut chances created for Chelsea, 1 for Man City. Crosses connected with 5 out of our 20. Chelsea weren't too much better with theirs, connecting with 3 out of 11. Both pretty similar in terms of dribbles. Chelsea doing 9, City doing 10. In terms of corners, City had more corners, more offsides for Chelsea's and more recoveries for Chelsea. In terms of defensive stats, just having a quick look, Chelsea had more tackles, more interceptions, City made more blocks, they had more clearances, more headed clearances, and Chelsea a lot stronger in aerial duels too, winning them second balls, which is what I was on about at the beginning in my preview. Second balls crucial in this game, we just weren't strong enough. We need to be more clinical going forward into this game. Amazing stream, thank you very much. I wish we had a more aggressive centre-back as well. Koulibaly could be that man. Thank you everyone that has enjoyed the stream. Again, huge congratulations to Liverpool on winning that Premier League. For the first time winning the Premier League trophy. They'll get a guard of honour, I'm sure, at the Etihad Stadium. They'll enjoy that. Hope we'll have that fresh in our minds, that we can build mentally strong for next season and not want to have a repeat of that. So there we go. But we're going to move on. We need to be a lot stronger at the back. We need to be more consistent and more composed at the back going in that game against Newcastle. Maxine, is that how you say his name? Maxine. Anyway, he's in great form for Newcastle. Great form. We need to be careful on there and being exposed down the wings. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for us. We need to have that in mind and be a lot stronger at the back with more consistency and taking no chances basically. And we most of all, more than anything, 11 shots, 2 on target tonight, not good enough. Need to improve on that, and that's where we need to be aiming for against Newcastle, creating them clear-cut opportunities, getting into a position where we could put the ball into the back of the net. We didn't even see Leroy Sane tonight, and I'd like to have seen Leroy Sane tonight, so I'm disappointed that didn't happen. I'd like to see us creating more golden opportunities out wide as well, using the wing plays. Raheem Sterling hitting the post ended up being crucial in this game and not putting that opportunity away, but didn't really see much of Riyad Mahrez getting involved in the game. Bernardo Silva had a quiet game too. That's what we need to be looking at. We need to be just getting these players involved more, because they're quality football players, making things happen and putting in our next game Newcastle under pressure to try and get things rolling from there. So yeah, there we go. That has been the live stream for this game against Chelsea. It's a defeat for City. It means Liverpool, congratulations to them, are Premier League champions. It means that game that we've got against Liverpool doesn't really mean anything. So there we go. We've got the bigger match coming up on Sunday against Newcastle. That will be my next live stream. I'll see you all again for that live stream. I hope you all enjoyed the video and the live stream. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new around here too. And press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. You can find all my links to my other channels and also find my links to my email and everything in the description below too. If you want to go and check that out, then feel free to do so. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave your thoughts in the live chat and the comments below too. And yeah, I'll see you all again for the next video. So, I've been JSGC. Hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your day and your evening. And I'll see everyone again very soon for that next live stream. We'll have a transfer update up as well this weekend sometime. So, I'll see you all again there. But, taking the headlines will, of course, be Liverpool. And they'll go and party hard. So, I'll see you all again very soon for that next stream. Congratulations to Liverpool. And yeah, hope everyone's staying safe and well. And I'll see you all again for the next video. Peace. Ciao for now.